Hi, here I am again, You Drive Cars at Upper Heyford. Come down today with Mike to do this blind driving experience. Unfortunately, it's the end of March, the weather's a little bit patchy, it's persistently raining as we speak. It's all working, I just had the briefing and I'm going to go in about another quarter of an hour. Out there, the Mitsubishi is the hot lap car and then the other cars are on the rank, as you can see. I'm driving the Lamborghini Gallardo, which is somewhere over there with a spoiler on the back. Should be quite nimble. My old friend the Mustang is here, parked on the track, and looking forward to doing it. Just wish it was a bit brighter day. The track, as you can see, is over there. There's as much runway as you can handle. It's all set out with cones. It's like a circular lap of about half a mile, but about a quarter of an hour or so I'll get a go on it and see how it goes. As I said before, I'd already had the briefing and we went and did that and were told all about the things to do and not to do and the right way to behave. And then after we finished that, we were told all the safety precautions that were being taken. This is the Lambo that I'm going to be driving, 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds. A bit faster than the old Mustang I had last time I was here. A few photos around the car. As you'll see, it's not actually very tall, comes about halfway up my chest. Nice big spoiler on the back, lovely wide car. And a few minutes later, there I am getting strapped in, ready to go. And luckily it stopped raining, which was nice. So with the same guy that took me around the last time I was here, off you go, set off to go around the track. We've now moved on to the footage that was taken from Mike's drone, which he brought down with us. Initially we didn't think he'd be able to fly because of the rain, but things brightened up and he got it out and started without me knowing. Not that it made any difference. These, I believe, are some stills that were taken from the drone. Up above, various things. Upper Heyford is a great big base. It used to belong to the United States Air Force, but now it's been totally sold off and used for other purposes, mainly warehousing. Although there is a film studio with a blockbuster being made on the other side of the airfield to where we were racing up and down. We've been asked if we would not make any noise. Well, you won't hear the cars on this, but believe you me, going up and down, they were making quite a bit of noise. The track is probably a quarter of a mile round, and if there's an unfortunate part of it, it's just that you've no sooner got really strolling up and down the straight when you've got to back off to go around the corners. My particular problem was gauging the corners because the track was only set out with cones, and when you're looking at it with your backside about 6 inches off the ground, all you can see is a cone. It's a bit of a job to actually see where the entry and exit points to the bends are. But it's great fun, certainly when you got round the bend and put your foot down, it certainly kicked you in the back and set off at a high rate of knots. Fastest car I've ever driven by quite some distance. Mike was taking all of these shots from above and eventually he brought it back in, and this is the last picture that he took with the drone as he brought it back in. Nice smiley pictures of Mike and I. He did a grand job with it. Now we move on to the pictures from the drone itself. So this is back to the start of my lap. Mike was having some problems with his screen, so I think the fact he got anything because he couldn't really see his display was fantastic. Anyway, you can see there's the track and the car's coming down. I'm already en route. Biggest problem was picking up the cones at the other end, not picking them up but seeing them and going down the right bit. So around the bottom corner and then off you go. The Gallardo does a 0 to 60 in not very long, but trouble is you've only got 2 or 3 seconds on full chat before you're having to brake and look for the cones to come round the other end. So you know, you'd think that you would pick that up and after 2 or 3 laps you'd know exactly where it was, but that doesn't work for me. I'm sort of trying to pick it out all the time and making sure I don't go ploughing through them. The Gallardo is certainly a lot more nimble than the Mustang was, although the Mustang was great fun to drive. It was very difficult to get it up to performance on such a short distance, but the Gallardo really kicks you in the back and tells you you've been driving it. So we carried on like that, did a few laps round and round. It was great fun, and then towards the end of it you pulling off the track, and the way this particular day was working, the driver got out from me, jumped in with the next guy who was on, and he went and did his lap, and then after that he came in and the instructor and I went out and did the hot lap using the Mitsubishi Evo, which was quite fast, and of course he could see the corners and was a far better driver than me anyway, and the fact that it was a little bit wet and was great. He was chucking it around, and that was fine. So basically that's what we did. It was great fun to do. I thoroughly enjoyed the day. Thank you very much. And Mike and I came back afterwards, and you know, hopefully we both enjoyed a good day out. This is only the second time I've driven in the last 6 years, and the fact that I can't drive obviously has been a massive change. Ros is brilliant, she takes me all over. We've moved into town where there's better transport facilities and learned how to use trains and buses and everything else. My pals are good, I get out okay. I've still got my bike, which is okay in the summer. But when you've been used to driving all your life and got as much pleasure out of it as I used to do, it's obviously something you're always going to miss. But that's all in the past now. This is something that's been very useful for me to make a transition. I don't think I particularly need to drive anymore. In all honesty, I don't think driving today is as much fun as it used to be 30 or 40 years ago, when we were allowed to get away with a lot more than you are today, and traffic levels were a lot lighter and the vehicles needed a bit more driving than today's. But you know, time moves on. I'm ever so grateful for the life I'm living, thoroughly enjoy it. Thank you so much, Ruth, Chris and the girls, for giving me this experience. It was certainly nice to do, and I got a lot of pleasure from doing it. So thanks very much. Finally, thank you to Ros for carting me all over and looking after me, and also a special thanks to Barry for taking me down to drive the Mustang first time, but Mike for coming down with me and taking all this video footage and everything. It's great. We had a good day, so you know, that was fine. So thanks very much, and that's it, all done.